All right, Coach, you just completed 4 long days of swimming and diving. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling great. I'm kind of used to it. I think that's about my 55th conference championship I've coached, so it's no big deal. But I'm really feeling good about the performances of the athletes. We had 15 first place finishes among our men and women. Our women's team had 10 and the men had 5. And the women set about 8 conference and pool records and won 4 out of the 5 relays. And the men also had a pool record in the 200 freestyle relay. And it's hard to get pool records at Cleveland State because we hold so many championship meets. And overall, if you combine the score, we would have been the second best team in the conference. As it turned out, both teams were 3rd place, but both teams were in contention throughout the meet.
I'll talk a little bit about your women's team, who had a number of fantastic wins and finished a very impressive 3rd place out of the 8 teams.
Yeah, you know, honestly, our women's program has come so far. The first year that I had the team, they were second to last in the conference, and they've moved up to one of the premier programs, 3rd out of 8 teams, and certainly had an opportunity if things had fallen a few ways a little bit differently, would have ended up in 2nd place in that meet. We were close. So we really had a spectacular meet by any definition. I want to single out one woman in particular, and that was Karis Ben. Karis Ben never lost a race in the Horizon League Championship this year.
Talk a little bit about her, just her entire weekend and how she did.
Well, you know, Karis is a junior. One of the reasons we have such a successful team is because of her not only thinking about herself, but thinking about her teammates and helping them be the best that they can possibly be. And she was so close to winning events her first 2 years, and she got over that hump, and now she just dominates. And she has supreme confidence in who she is. I want to give a lot of credit for kind of putting that puzzle together to April Wu, which is her stroke coach, and she's been moved from the distance group where she swam primarily for a group that I'm involved with rather heavily, to April's group where we really concentrated on her speed work, but she put in additional extra work beyond what the sprinters were doing so that she could swim the 500 free. And as a result, she's just a superb swimmer at the 50, 100, 200, and 500 distances.
And then Casey Cummings was named Diver of the Meet. How about her?
Well, you know, Casey is a very quality young woman. Again, both in the classroom and in athletics, as Karis is. They're almost straight A students, both of those athletes. And with Casey, she was able to focus and finish strong. And as a result, her hard work paid off.
All right, and then your men's team also finished 3rd. How did you feel about their performance this week?
Well, you know, I guess I should say this with both teams, I don't know, but we always want to be in the hunt to win. And I really feel like we gave ourselves a chance to win. Some things just didn't go our way, but we were definitely in the hunt, and at one point in 1st place in the meet. So we didn't quite put it all together, but when I went back and I analyzed, we had over 90% best times and lifetime best times. So they did a great job, and they really swam extremely fast. And for that reason, you have to be excited.
And then Mark DeSwart was named one of the performers of the meet and the swimmer of the year. How about his performance?
Well, Mark was a guy also that, individually, in all of his individual events, does swim on the 800 relay, and that was not a winner, but in all of his individual events, he's completed 3 years and never lost a race. I mean, what can you say? And he never lost a race throughout the year, so he really deserved in every way to be the conference swimmer of the year and the conference swimmer of the meet.
And then Justin Kermack was named the newcomer of the year. Talk about him and his season.
You know, when we look at where we came up a little bit short, it's because of UIC's and Wright State's senior-laden team. And Milwaukee had some key individuals that were seniors also. So when you look at our team is predominantly made up of freshmen and sophomores with the men, we've got a great future ahead of us. Justin Kermack is going to lead the way. He's just going to get better and better and better as a swimmer.
All right, well, now you're going to be not quite heading into the off-season. Talk a little bit about what's coming up for your team the rest of this year.
Well, first of all, we want to see, you know, Mark is one of the top milers in the country. We'll see how that all shakes out. We think he'll perhaps have to swim a little bit faster. There may be another opportunity for him to swim the mile. We also have a number of people going into post-collegiate meets that they'll be involved with in various ways. And then we just take a few weeks off and we get back to doing our out-of-season, what we call out-of-season training, which the team will work hopefully in a fun and enjoyable way and keep their edge going. And swimming is, if you do it at the highest level, you've got to do it basically 12 months a year. You've got to stay in great shape. It's a fitness type activity, fitness sport. And if we do that and we keep our act together, we can do great things and get to the mountaintop, so to speak.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations again on a wonderful season, and thanks for all your time this week.
Okay, thanks a lot.